So we are going into our original location down here, 1410. We're down at 1260 now. And according to my landlord, they've done some remodeling since we were in here. So it's a slightly different shape, but you guys can get an idea of the size of our original space. So when we were in here, you know, it was obviously, you know, same size. But there was a big partition basically starting about right here. And that really limited us having that kind of division, because although it was a decent amount of square footage, there was, you know, 2/3 of the building on one side and then 1/3 of the building on the other. There's a little table up here where I would sit on my laptop, kind of hoping that one random person would show in, because when we first opened up, I think I had 12 members. Right here was where we had our rig. Actually, the same rig we have in the gym now, we had over here. It was kind of our main piece of equipment.
Con los terroristas.
And do the Harlem Shake.
Wall wasn't here, so it went all the way back. So you can see the end of the building back there. Probably it's a little bit dark in there, but right where that roll-up door is, we had a platform, and then to the left of that roll-up door is where we had the bench press, and that gave us a good enough start that we were able to expand pretty quickly and move down the street to a much better location. So the bathrooms are up in the front of the building. They're out of the way. There's beautiful tile everywhere. Both bathrooms have a shower, so instead of just having one bathroom without a shower, there were now 2 bathrooms with showers. This rig really hasn't moved. It was a focal piece in the old gym. It was a big priority over here as well. So that turf space didn't exist. That little hallway expansion didn't exist. So we were a little bit more cramped. So we had a big platform right here. And then immediately next to the platform, we had dumbbells on this wall, and like 2 benches right here. So it was real cramped. And as soon as you were done benching, you needed to move it back over so the platform had a little bit more space. Our original turf is not the turf that we have in here now. The original turf was actually indoor-outdoor carpet. So if you look back when we pulled it up and I was like sweeping it out of here, it was literally dust. So originally we did not have that shot putting area out there. I'll talk about that later. But it is a giant field. So we had a ton of space for sled pushing, a ton of space for sprints, a ton of space for hill sprints, uphill, downhill. Anything you wanted to do, you could do out here in this outdoor area, which was awesome. We started doing a lot more tire flips. We started doing a lot more outdoor conditioning stuff. It, you know, is all usable space for us. So it essentially tripled the size of our outdoor space, which was really useful for us. So the next big expansion was tearing down a wall that was right here and moving into this space right here. So you can actually see the ceiling's a different color, and that kind of shows you exactly where one space ends and the other one begins. But essentially everything else is the same. You know, we had 3 platforms. We had the deadlift platform, and we had, I think, 1 ski machine, and we eventually added a bunch more like we have now. But this was a huge game changer for us because it just gave us so much more space. You know, we could have twice as many people working out in here without them feeling cramped. And it wasn't until the next year that we made the biggest change we ever made in Coreblend, which is this expansion. So then we were able to use the space for agility drills, speed training, you know, quickness training, a lot of really fun stuff. And then even with our like cut classes, we'll move pieces of equipment out here and set up, you know, big workouts in here that are a lot of fun. Around this time, we also did some outdoor expansions. So this concrete block back here was, you know, non-existent. And this is really a really crucial thing for Reese to be able to run practice as well. I'm talking about Reese Hoffa, 3-time Olympian, owner of the Hoffa Throws Academy, which we have in here inside Coreblend. So he has shot put and discus rings out here, a net to throw into, shot or disc, and then a really nice area out here for throwing discus. Now that we have that indoor turf space, this outdoor space didn't have to be used for sprints all the time. All this space was huge for us. However, it is still not quite enough, and we have grown since that move where it is time for us to expand again. So our big plan now, happening, looks like September 1, 2016, that we are super excited about to finally announce to people. We are going to tear down that wall where the American flag is.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
We're going to tear down this wall, and we will basically take this space we have right now and quadruple it. So we will have a dedicated class area. We will have more space for training. We will have more space for storage. Our trainers are going to get offices. Our media guy, Gabe, working the camera, even as I speak right now, will have his own dedicated space. We can also use it for video review. We can use it for meeting clients. Besides always in my office, we'll have a dedicated space for that. It will be a dramatic change. It will roughly take the gym from where it is now all the way back to the end of that turf space like it is. So we will just push back that wall all the way until we get to the end of that turf space. But that is why we were doing this gym tour. We wanted to show you guys what the gym used to look like back in the old building, in this building, expansion 1, expansion 2, expansion 3, and now this new expansion that we are doing fall of 2016 that should be awesome. I appreciate you guys watching. Keep checking back with us for more content, more videos. You can actually see actual working out instead of just talking about what a gym looks like. Pop me an email at Corey@coreblendtraining.com if you have any questions. Thanks, guys.